What's up? It's that channel I keep forgetting the name to. The hell is the channel name? Anyways, so I recorded my first video on Pablo Picasso and I went over the painting, the Old Guitarist. If you want to see me assess it more, you can go to that video. But what I thought was weird is I found this online and it's they like X-rayed the painting and he had another painting that he had started on the same canvas or whatever. Sorry. But I thought this was very weird because who does this? Like I don't know at what point in his life that he was painting this. Maybe he was short on canvas. But I don't know. I don't think I'm not a big painter, but I wouldn't like the thickness of it. If I painted something and he just like, screw it. Just paint this guy over that woman. That's just a weird process, and I think it even says something about him as an artist. Not a criticism. I just think maybe he was just that eccentric and spontaneous that really just came out of him. That's what I'm guessing, at least. Then this one's called The Weeping Woman. And it goes along with his style, which personally I like it and I don't like it. I don't like it partially just because I don't understand it, to be honest. I don't even know how he comes to these things. Like how does he make these shapes? But I do like it because I don't feel like I could ever paint something like this. It looks like she's in a hallway. She has looks like a black coat. So, maybe it's a funeral, bad event. But then she has a lot of color to her. But inside, it looks like inside. It almost looks like this is like a napkin slash x-ray. Like she's sneezing and inside she's like cold. And she has one of those cartoon manly chins of the heroes. But what does this represent? I don't know. She's at a funeral, but she seems like such a bubbly person maybe. But deep inside she's actually cold. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but I never know what to think of Pablo's art. I just don't. I wish I could do something like this. It's just so abstract. I feel like I can't wrap my head around it. Another thing that was odd to me is, hey, what is he trying to portray? It's a weeping woman, but I only really know that because that's the name of the piece. The colors don't really scream. This is a sad woman to me. The colors are. I don't know. The coat looks dark. The inside looks like maybe cold. Like maybe if she's at a funeral, she's the one who did it. But the rest of it doesn't say sad to me. It just is like a smack of color. Just got smacked in the face. On to the next one. So this is a girl before a mirror. Which this is another one where he breaks down form so much that you barely can tell that it's what it is. Like this doesn't really look like a crying woman, and this barely looks like a woman and looking in a mirror. You can tell. You can tell the shape of the mirror. But then the asymmetry is very, very interesting in this. You got all these different patterns. I can't even really tell what an arm is. This looks like an arm. That looks like an arm. Uh, what I think it means, if I were to try to interpret it, it seems like this figure, she has some curves, underneath, but then she has kind of a boxy outer shell almost. So maybe it's a representation. And then this is like, you could almost see this as a woman where she's so thin and so curvy, unless the whole shape is the woman. But maybe she's trying to be like a thinner version, and the boxiness, is like what she feels like. But then wouldn't that be the inside of the mirror? Also, one thing with the asymmetry, the faces are similar. They both, his famous style, which they're odd because they almost look like a half face. Like it looks like a side profile, but also looks like just a face from like this kind of angle, well, 3/4 or whatever it is. But even though both of the faces are ugly, if that's what he was even going for, I don't know. His style is so hard to interpret. But if they're going for ugly or whatever, her face is two different colors. If you look at this, it doesn't look as uneven. There are different colors, but they're more similar, where this one is completely different. So going on my theory of what she wants to be and what she is, maybe she feels like, the same weird face would look better if it was more symmetrical or even. Those are my guesses. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up at this point. But I think that's what art's about. It's like, what meaning does this have to you? This doesn't speak to me really. I don't see it and think like, wow. I think it's interesting. There's a lot you can wonder, but I'm really just, what is that phrase? Picking straws or something? I don't know. So this one is just called The Three Musicians, and if the color is messed up, it's because I try to find the highest quality image, so if I zoom, it doesn't look so bad on video. So the colors might be slightly off, but you can kind of get it with the contrast. So this one, there's a lot to unravel. This guy it looks like three musicians, but this one, he's really just split into he's kind of like half this guy and half just the background or that guy. And I don't really think this guy has an instrument either. So this guy's playing his little tune. This guy looks like he's the one with this guitar looking thing. And this guy, I don't know, maybe he's not even gripping. If he's singing, let's say he's singing, this guy has that guitar. Maybe the colors and the like having no form, it could be him blending in. Because when you listen to something, you want the singer to just sound good with the music. You want it in the same key. You want the lyrics to fit. If it's like a happy song, you want to hear happy lyrics, kind of. Maybe he is holding that. Now I'm confused. At first I had thought this middle guy was just the one blending. Another interpretation of the color choices maybe could be that he doesn't really know who he is. Like this guy has a sound, that guy has a sound. This guy you don't really know. I mean, you look at this guy playing this recorder number one thing, and he has identity. You just look at him. He's a big. I just noticed his outfit with the white hat. That's a little. That's a little too much white to be wearing a cone on your head. You know. That's a little fishy. But anyways, this guy he has a character. He has whatever this is. I looked at this for a couple minutes earlier. I don't know what that is. It's a desk. It's just I don't know what it is. And then this guy, hey, I'm starting to think if those are hands, so this guy's hands are on this no identity guy, maybe he is playing the guitar. So if he's playing the guitar and this guy is just holding ripped sheet music or broken sheet music, maybe I'm just guessing. If these two are the ones really playing and this guy's holding sheet music, but it looks like he's ripping the sheet music, maybe he's telling them not to hold back. Like, don't you don't have to follow the rules, which is similar to how Pablo doesn't follow any rules. You know, he doesn't keep form. He doesn't. I don't know if he makes sense or not, because I don't know his meanings. But maybe that is a similar representation. Then there's this weird dog thing, which it's really hard to see on the image that I got. But it's like he's sitting on a dog. So those are possible interpretations of it or ideas I could get out of it, but I don't know. Just let me know what you think. Comment what you think. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If you hate me, let me know. But like, comment, subscribe if you like the content. I just talk about art. I try to find meaning in it. I enjoy it. This is kind of me and my girlfriend go to a lot of museums, and this is what we do. I usually don't always go in depth on every little painting, but you know, you go to a museum, you kind of that's what makes it fun. A lot of people don't. I know my brother, he doesn't really like that type of thing, but if you try to find meaning and try to ask the right questions of what they're saying, it can be a really fun experience. It's kind of like a poem. Poems are even poems have more constraint because words can only have so many meanings, but pictures it's kind of infinite. So stay tuned for the next one.